Rear suspension update. So you can see that I've got the prop shaft bolts in. Not so difficult, just a question of getting alignment and tightening everything, getting the bolts in and tightening everything up. Obviously get all the bolts in before you tighten anything up. I had one fantastic suggestion from a viewer. Thank you for that. I didn't do this, but I do recommend it, having gone through this. You need to fit this handbrake cable into the actual handbrake mechanism halfway up as you're installing the rear suspension unit. I didn't do that. It's a hell of a lot easier if you do it halfway up, because the alignment of that mechanism relative to the cable is a lot lower, and you have a lot more room. Okay, it's just a lot of otherwise it's just a lot of reaching in. This is semi-adjust, and I made sure that the cable all works. So right now I'm actually pretty happy that this is in. With the rear suspension in the car, you can connect up the rear brake pipe. So this flexible pipe is connected into this line that comes from the brake master cylinder. This nut was missing off this pipe when I bought it, and when I went to relook at that, yeah, it is missing, and I didn't have a brand new one, so a quick trip down to A sorted that out. But and there's also a spring washer in there as well. Make sure you have that before you try and fit this pipe. The other thing that I've completed is this anti-roll bar now has gone in, and is all tightened up. Not very difficult. Make sure you have all of the bolts in before you tighten anything up would be my biggest hint. And I'm not quite sure whether you can see, but in the let's see if we can get a better shot of that. Okay, there is a bend in the anti-roll bar which needs to point down so that it clears this prop shaft. Make sure you have this in the right way around. As you can also see, the trailing arms are connected, and I have brand new straps, brand new bolts. I still have to wire up these bolts. I'm going to leave that for a little bit, and I need to do a little bit of homework where it gets wired up to, but those bolts are wired so they don't fall out. All right, otherwise we're looking pretty good on the front suspension, on the rear suspension. There's a whole lot of work in that whole assembly. So this is quite a big moment. Vehicle's going to go on wheels in a minute. Very pleasing. And voila, car is on wheels. Rear suspension is in. We are looking very cool. Quite pleasing. Quite pleasing to say the least. A lot more work to go, but we're getting there.